Hey, Rob Tepper here, and I am going to be teaching my good friend Angelo how to install the Covert Social Press and 3 plugins that complement it: the Post Socializer plugin, the Social Power plugin, and the Covert Social Content Pro plugin. These tools together are a game changer. I'm telling you, I am just in awe. And so we're going to install these this theme and the plugins onto 2 different sites, starting from scratch. The only thing that we're not going to do is that we're not going to download these zip files onto our computer, and there's plenty of documentation on how to do that. But basically, when you buy the product, you download the product, in this case a zip file, and the zip file then will show you exactly how to deal with that. So the first thing that we have to do is we're going to be installing this on 2 domains today, and the 2 domains are 2 very different topics, and that's really irrelevant for the installation part, but you'll see as we go through this that the 2 different topics is where each of these sites is going to be a niche site. One of them is going to be about essential oils, and the other website is going to be about mobile apps, the coolest and best and newest mobile apps, but it's also going to be tied into Rippling. Okay, so that's the general idea. So what we have to do first of all is these domains I already own, and I own them on GoDaddy. So I'm logged into GoDaddy, and now what I have to do is that I have to set, I set these 2 sites already up for web hosting, and that's a piece that I'm going to leave out. So the fact that they are set up for web hosting is good. Now the next step is to install WordPress, and that's where we're going to start. We're going to start by installing WordPress, because you need WordPress is like the framework on which we're going to do everything. That's when you install themes, the themes are installed into WordPress. When you install plugins, the plugins are installed into the theme that's in WordPress. And there's literally thousands of different themes out there, and this theme that we're using, this one theme, is the coolest, and you're going to see why in a minute. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to log into my back office and my hosting panel, and I'm going to install WordPress on these 2 sites. And then we're going to stop the recording for a minute, because it will take about 10 minutes to install WordPress on these sites. But we're going to do it right now. And all that you do, you click on WordPress and then you click on Install Now. It's not really that obvious, that's why I want to show you. And then you have to choose the domain. So we have 2 domains. One is about essential oils.com. Did I spell that right? If you spell it right, then it will find it. If you own it and it's ready for installing WordPress, it will find it. Oh no, you see, it won't find this because I don't have .com, but I have .org, I think. There we go. And then you have to install the database. So anytime that you're creating a WordPress site, it comes with the database that's built into GoDaddy. It's built into the hosting, the hosts, and you basically have to set up your database. So it gives you an example of how to do it, and I just copy and paste that. I mean, it's as good as anything. It's a database. This is the version of WordPress, and this is the name of the site. And then I just create a password. So let me put that in. Do it again. And then click on Next. And then we install it at the root directory Oops, wait a minute. We are going to save this. So what I want to do is I want to save this as GoDaddy, and this is about essential oils database login. I just keep that in my RoboForms because I have so many passwords, and that's just the way I keep it. Now, here, this is something I had to learn the hard way, but you always want to put this at the top level directory if you want it to come up when you just type that in. Otherwise, you'd have to type in WordPress, or you'd have to type in whatever that subdomain is that it just gave. Okay, next we put an admin in, and I'm the admin, Rob Tapp. When you're creating these for me, create them, and we'll decide on a password. I'm not sure that you'll necessarily have to create these for me, but this is a good thing to know. Hold on. Good idea to always have different passwords too, but then it's just one more thing to remember. And that's essentially all that we're doing right now. We're going to do this on 2 different sites. And then it's going to install WordPress for us. As soon as WordPress is installed, then we can install the theme, and then we can install the plugins. And this particular one is called About Essential Oils. And that's it. Now there's one plugin, there's something that I'd like you to find, and Angelo and anybody else that's doing this. One piece that is missing so far is that I haven't found a way to filter out articles that seem like they would be relevant, but they're not relevant. And I'll show you that when we get done. Okay, so this is that I just created the WordPress login. So this is actually Essential Oils WordPress login. This is all important if you have a password tool like this, to be smart about it so you can recall it when you need to in the future. And now we're done. It says your installation request for WordPress 3.5.1 has been submitted. And literally it'll take 10 minutes, I think. So while that one's installing, let's go ahead and install the other one. The other one, I'm so proud of this domain name that I came up with, registered today. It's called, do you remember what it's called? It's called appsintheripple.com. There we go. See, if I didn't, there is that previous step. If I hadn't set this up for hosting, even though I owned it, it would have told me that it couldn't find it. So there is a clue. If it tells you you can't find it, you missed a step. You have to actually set up the path for where the hosting is going to be, and you have to go to your hosting panel and set that up. We didn't do that here. And so this is just the same thing. So I'm gonna pause the recording. Alright, so now what we've done is we've installed WordPress on 2 sites, and we've waited a few minutes, and actually really just a few minutes, less than 5, and the first one is ready to go. So we're going to get started on the first one, and the first one is apps in the Ripple. So we go www.appsintheRipple.com/WP admin. Always WP admin for WordPress site. And let's see. We tested it. We know what's going to happen next, don't we? Come on, baby. Did I spell it right? Hello. Alright. Don't flake out on me now. Come on, GoDaddy. GoDaddy, go.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the www is a problem. Oh no, there we go. Come on, baby. There we go. Thank you. Now, I saved the login information. Let's see if it recognizes it. I think it doesn't. This is not part of the lesson, but this is me just learning. My RoboForm tool, I think I have to put my information in here the first time. Wow, my computer's starting to go a little bit slow. Is it there? Yeah. Alright, forget it. We don't need it. We're going to just type it in. Username is RobTap. The password that we just set up. You should always remember us. At least I like to. And remember this as apps in the well, actually we've already got it. This is Cool Mobile Apps Review Login. So this is what WordPress looks like when you first log into WordPress for the first time. Because as you saw a minute ago, this was, before we did this, this was just going to not found, say not found. So if you've never used WordPress, you can go and get a little tour, show me around WordPress. It's kind of cool. And we'll just click on here and see what happens there. So you can go and play with that, and you can get all kinds of great training if you choose to do that. But what we're going to do now is we're going to be very efficient, and we're going to just go through this 1, 2, 3. We're going to install the theme, and then we're going to install the 3 plugins that go with the theme. So in order to install the theme, the first thing we did is that we've already downloaded the theme onto our computer somewhere, and in my case I know exactly where it is, so I'm going to click on Install Themes and then Upload, and the upload, and right now we're going to be uploading the Covert Social Press theme. Right? We're creating a press, we're creating a journal, a newspaper, a press. That's what that's all about. So I clicked on Choose File. My computer is going a little too slow for my liking right now. And we're going to, I'm already in the right directory. I use directory structure, so I put under Internet Marketing, Covert Social Press, Theme and Plugins, and Training. So, Covert Social Press is the theme. Okay, so we're going to open that. And we're going to, as soon as it uploads, we'll install. While it's doing that, let's take a look and see whether our other site is ready. AboutEssentialOils.com, wp-admin. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. So we're going to do both of these in parallel, so you can see it twice without having to pause or replay. And the only difference will be the content once we get to content. But in terms of the installation, exactly the same. Thought I saved it already, but somehow it's not finding it that way. Okay, so you see this is exactly the same. And we're going to start with step 1 here in parallel. And by the way, that upload is very quick. So if we go back to our other site, it's already uploaded, and now we'll click on Install. So we're not worried about conflicting, really, is my point, because the upload, the install of these things is very fast. In parallel, we'll load the same theme onto our About Essential Oil site. Go to, you got up here Manage Themes, Install Themes. We're going to click on Install Themes. And I hope I'm recording this page, yes. Install themes, and then we're going to upload. And we're going to choose File. And in order to do this, you have to have the files, you have to own the themes, you have to own the plugins. There's many free themes and many free plugins, but this one in particular is just too cool to be free. Too cool. Covert Social Press is the name, and same process. Alright, now it just takes a couple of seconds as soon as it appears. See, now it's already here. CovertSocialPress.zip is here. Now we click on Install Now, and it's going to do it in just a few seconds. See, it's done. And now we're going to activate it. On the other site, we didn't get that far. Now we're on the other site, and we click Activate there. Alright, now let's just stick with we'll just do one site at a time. We'll just install the 3 plugins, which is exactly the same process, but for plugins, what you have to do is you have to go to Plugins. Imagine that. Add New. Very, very intuitive. Here, Install Plugins, Upload. Choose File. And the order that we upload these is really not important. In this case, it turns out that they're all just independent of each other. They all just work together with the theme. You can use one of them, you can use all 3 of them. They all do different things. But together, they are just incredible. Each of them is nice. We'll start with the Covert Social Content. That is the plugin that actually goes out and finds all the content that matches your keywords that you set up. So that is the life changer right there. So we started with a theme, but the theme without the content is pretty useless. This is what grabs the content, and we can put our own content on too, which is also another very, very cool benefit. And then we activate the plugin. It's as simple as that. Right up here, if everything works, it should say plugin activated. We'll come back to that, but right now let's add our second plugin. Upload. So we've got the social press, we've got the social content creation. Now the next 2 pieces are really cool add-ons, and I haven't really started using them yet, but I know what they do. As soon as we get our choice of them, I'll tell you what they are. So the Post Socializer allows you to take anything that gets posted on this site and automatically post it onto any of your social media sites. And each one of them has to be set up. There's these very specific keys and passwords and things, but this tool allows you to do all of that and automate that entire process, so that anytime there's a new article on this site, it can automatically go off and post that article onto your social media, like your Facebook page. That is cool as cool could be. Alright, one more. The third plugin is actually very simple, and what it does is that not more than once every 24 hours, when you click on a link, it'll bring up a page of your choice, and in order for people to see the content of the link, they have to like that page or they have to share it. So it's just so viral, and it does it in a very, very cool way. It basically blacks out everything except your offer, and they have no choice. So like any good squeeze page you could bring up there, and they have to take action before they can see the rest of your content. Of course, they might go away, but that one is called the Social Power plugin. And that one I haven't configured yet, but I'm excited about it. And that is essentially all there is to it. Install now. And activate plugin. Now, I will tell you that we haven't done the final steps, so we can take a look at our site. Let's take a look at the site in a new tab, and you'll see that there's not a whole lot of excitement going on. Even though everything's uploaded, the one thing that's missing is content. We're going to do that next. It's still drawing. That's it. That's all we got so far. Okay? Are you with me? Angelo?
now.
Okay, you're still with me? So now I'm going to install the themes on this essential oil site. We got the Covert Social Press theme installed. Now we're going to install the plugins the same way. This time I accidentally clicked on plugins.
Yeah.
I clicked on plugins, and when you click on plugins, then you can go up to the top of the page and click where it says add new. And then it works the same way. Upload. And we're going to upload these 3 plugins. You can't do more than one at a time, so you have to go through this one by one, but it couldn't be easier. Now, of course, for you to do it, you're going to need these 4 zip files. But right now, I want you to get these sites going as well as we can, and before we add any more. So we're going to do we got the Covert Social Press theme, and we're going to do these 3. Again, there's no particular order, so just to prove that, this time we'll do the last one first. The one that we did the last time we'll do first this time, just to show you that it doesn't matter. You see how quick it is to install. It's really cool. It just takes a zip file and it does magic. And then you activate it and then move on to the next. Add new. You can also do it from the top of the page. Upload. Choose file. And if you choose one that's already there, it'll tell you. No reason to prove that to you, but don't worry about accidentally overwriting something. It's pretty smart. Okay, so we'll do Post Socializer. Now the other piece that I wanted to do, I'll let you do this later after I show you and we get this all done, then you can go off, but I didn't do a keyword search, and really in order to optimize this we should search for the most searched keywords, but I think I know enough so we can get this set up. I set up all the other ones just using my own ideas, and there's such high level keywords that I used on the other sites, but my Carmel Valley this one, well, anyway, I don't want to get off on a tangent. Okay, so we have one more to install, one more plugin, and the last plugin again needs to be uploaded, and we're going to I'm getting tired. Choose file. It's just a tedious job, but it's so powerful. I'm not sure I'm going to share this with too many people. This is a business in and of itself. You can create websites like this and then sell them off. Okay, so Covert Social Content Pro, that's the key element of all this, and we haven't installed it yet, so we're going to install that one now. And once we do that, then we'll have everything we need on both sites except for the setup of the keywords, and we're going to do that next. All of our plugins are activated and our themes are activated. Okay? So now we're going to go to our Covert Social Content Pro. Look, this now appeared. Now that we installed the plugin, it appears here as a choice. Post Socializer appears as a choice. And the other tool is under Settings, and that's Social Power Plugin. So they're all there. And each one of them has its own little unique features, so we're going to go through one at a time. Starting with the settings. No, we'll do that later. So we're going to do the Covert Social Content Pro settings first. And what we're going to do is, this is the About Essential Oils site, and we're going to start with our keywords. So we're going to do essential oil, essential oils. I'm going to pop. Okay, so, oh shoot, every time I click on it I wind up, so what we want for now, I'm going to make some notes. So the key here is that you identify keywords, and we're going to keep it very simple to get started. We just chose 5 keywords after we went and did a Google search. And when adding new posts, set status to published. We're going to do that for now, but we may turn that off. But for now, I'm going to use all the default settings that I've used on all of the sites that I've set up so far. Select to have tags created automatically. Don't create these tags. Leave that as it is. Select to have images stored locally. This is a great thing. I'm sorry, to have stored locally just makes it faster, but this right here, grab screenshot for image, is very cool. Definitely want to check both of those off. And then initial like count, so nothing starts with 0 likes. They defaulted at 2 to 10. That's how it comes set up, and that's how I will keep it. And then for authors, what we can do is we can create authors. So for essential oils, we should have like 20 different authors, and it'll choose from these first names and these last names, and it'll create 20 authors, and they will come up here under authors. Right now it shows only the admin, which is me, but when I update the settings, you'll see that there will now be 20 names there. And then I'm going to select all of them to be the authors for articles randomly. It's crazy. And we update the settings again, and now that's all we have to do for the settings page. Now the rest is kind of simple and monotonous. RSS feed is, if we had an RSS feed, like maybe doTERRA corporate has an RSS feed. If it does, because of the purpose of this site, we would do that. So let's check that out. Pause. Okay, so we are, I'm not sure if I missed posting. Okay, I think that I wasn't recording when I showed setting up the RSS feed, but we went and we found on the doTERRA website, we found that there is a feed. We called it doTERRA, and we set it up to create between 1 and 5 posts every 24 hours. Then we chose not to set up any more RSS feeds, but you can set up as many as you can find that are relevant. Now we're going to search blogs, and I don't know exactly how that works, but I think it basically does a Google search of these keywords. And so all I'm doing is basically taking each keyword and I'm setting up a search for it. So oil diffuser in this case, and we always set up to post a category that matches, create if no match. When you're first setting it up, it's always on. There's no categories yet, so it always comes up that way as uncategorized. But even once the categories are created, post a category that matches, create if there's no match. That's a good way to start. And we're just going to go ahead and do this for all 5. doTERRA is an essential oil company, in case you're wondering. The best essential oil company out there, in my opinion. But this site will be a good place for them, for their products and their promotional materials to get profiled if there's a lot of content. And right now theirs is the only blog that's the only RSS feed that's going to be getting posted, so that in and of itself will make it very interesting to anybody that's in doTERRA. And then frankincense is a very special essential oil. So other essential oils, it's hard to really categorize. I think they'll just come up with frankincense because it's such an unusual name. I thought we would create a special search just for that. And we're just about done with the blogs. Now we have to do the same thing in these other 2 categories. We're going to go for a news search, and we're going to search for news about these 5 keywords. We're going to add a new feed. And this works similar, but just slightly different. So again, we can only do 1 keyword per search, and this is all about searching, so we don't want to leave anything out. And we can do it by country, which is also very cool. So here's where I'm telling you could do something for the Philippines. You can do it for any country in the world. I love that. Again, post a category that matches keywords. Same idea here. Everything comes up uncategorized when you're first setting it up. Same as under the blogs. This is the news. And we're going to do this for each keyword. Alright, so now we are in the YouTube section, and we are doing the same thing. So essential oil is the word we're now going to be searching YouTube for. We're going to search all categories. I sort by relevance. I mean, that makes sense. But you could also do by view count, which is kind of cool. View count might even be better. Yeah, let's sort them by view count. And then we'll do English, no filtering. I check all these things off, the like count from the API, and add available comments to the post. Randomized number of comments added. And then we're going to post to a category that matches, just like with all the others. Check this off. Set this for 24 hours, between 1 and 5 every 24 hours. And we're going to move on to the next. So that's essential oil. And you can have an unlimited number of keywords, but with these type of sites, the idea is to keep it very specialized. So now we're doing the second word, essential oils. All categories. We'll sort by view count, English. Might as well keep the site all in one language, right? We can do other sites in other languages if we choose to. I'm not doing any kind of safe searching. Check off all of these every time. Post category that best matches. Click on uncategorized. Set to active and start auto blogging once every 24 hours. Create feed. And we do this for all of them. So, oil diffuser. the next one. All categories. Sort by view count. English. Last word. I think I'm not going to do the other one tonight. I might even just let you do the other one. We need the keywords. Basically just the rippling keywords. It's pretty simple. So you can set the other one up with the rippling keywords as soon as I finish this, or you can try and play around with it. Worst thing, we'll just fix it tomorrow. Actually, you're done for today, so never mind. We'll do that. We can do that when you start tomorrow. Sort videos by relevance. Well,
Are you going to upload this?
Not tonight. We'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
It's no big deal.
Okay.
It's no big hurry. But you got to see this. This is going to be so cool. Almost done. I'm not gonna demonstrate the other two parts either. We can do that tomorrow. But this is done. So now, if you go and you look at the website, oops, where is it? Let's take a look. We just activated everything, right? But it still looks like that. So we have to do one more step. Just one more step. This is the power step. Click on settings and then click on run now. And then the magic will happen. Watch this. Actually, it happens almost instantaneously, but the pictures, all of the pictures and videos that it uploads, takes a little bit of time. So for example, I'll show you some other sites that are done. And those warning messages come up every time. I don't know why, but it still works. So this is my Del Mar Carmel Valley. This is where I live. I created this site. And when you first upload it, these pictures take a little time to upload. So first it comes up and it shows those, and I'll show you now. We'll go to the About Essential Oil site. No, not that one. Okay, and we'll redraw the screen, and the magic will happen. Not 100%, but 90%. Look at that. I didn't hear any oohs or ahs or anything. You're not impressed.
Oh wait, what? I didn't hear you. You were like talking about that shopping thing. It's really quick and nice.
Is that pretty amazing?
Yeah, quick and nice.
Okay, let me just do a couple more steps, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Okay, so here's the last pieces that I'm gonna do for now. I'm gonna go to I'm going to take care of the side of the page. So going to this site, I'm going to do this border right here, where I've got this was almost a secret. We'll change that to something else in the future, but just to get it all set up. And then I'm going to create this bottom part right here. I'm going to create that for the site. I'm going to do that. It's going to take me about 2 minutes. So the way that I'm going to do it, I'm going to copy it from this site. I'm going to copy the same information. And the way that you do this is that you go to Appearance and Widgets. Now we're playing with widgets. And basically going to copy the same information from this widget. There's a text box right here. And I'm going to just copy this, Control C, and I'm going to go back to my About Essential Oil site. I'm going to go to the widgets area, and I'm going to go, so we're in the main sidebar, so we want to get rid of all the things that are there now, so I'm going to drag them away. Actually, recent post is going to go to footer area 3. Well, no, I can't do that yet. Recent comments I'm taking out. Archives I'm taking out. Categories I'm taking out. Meta I'm taking out. Text I'm adding in. I'm going to paste what I just took from that other site. Save. Close. Now, we're not using the single post sidebar. Let's see. Right now it's empty. In footer area 1, we're putting a tag cloud. We drag the tag cloud there. And we're going to use tags. Yeah, because it's creating its own tags, so the tags should actually be good. So we're going to put tags there. And then in footer area 2, just for now, we're going to put that same Empower Network ad, free video. And so I'll just copy that from footer area 2, text widget. And we're going to put it back to footer area 2. We have to drag text into there. We have to fill it in. And then we save, and believe it or not, that's it. Check this out. Oh, there's one more thing. I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so I forgot okay, so there's two things that I have to fix. Number one is, you see there's this one posting here at the bottom. That we only want 9 posts instead of 10. So the way that we fix that is that we go to Settings, Reading. Reading or Writing? Yeah, Setting Readings. Blog pages, no. Yeah, blog pages show at most 9 posts instead of 10. That'll fix that. And then I forgot to do one thing. I forgot to do the last widget. So we have to go back to our widgets, and we have to install our footer area 3. We want to put recent posts. There we go. Let's save it. Close it. And you can set the number of posts to show. 5 is a good number. And we don't want to put the date because it's not so important for essential oils what the date is. And now it's done. So now if we look at it again, what do you think?
I'm still waiting for it to load.
Look, all of these are clickable.
Oh, there.
Every tag you can click on, it'll bring up a page about that topic.
Ta-da. I didn't. Yeah.
You see what it does when there's no picture? It takes a picture of that page and it uses that instead. And you see on these where it says generating preview, that's because it's still getting the data, it's still bringing it onto the site and storing the images. That'll be done in a few minutes. Isn't that great? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, see, this page doesn't, there's not 9 articles. There's only 7 articles about this topic, so it's only showing 7. But that's a page just about frankincense. So we can go top stories. I don't know how it chooses the top stories. Oh, yeah, there you go. Look, 21,649 likes. That's a good reason for it to be top story. Yeah, look at that. That's incredible. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, I gotta go to bed. I'm going to stop the recording now, and we will actually, I'll make a separate recording for the other parts, but this is the biggest, obviously the biggest piece that has to be done. Okay, this is Rob Tepper. I hope you got a lot out of this. And Angelo, all the way over on the other side of the world.
See you like.
What?
What?